Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to explain the world's best game. Best game ever. Some people think it is the best game ever, but okay. Now this game is played between Paul Murphy and Duke Isohan. Two kings, two people played it. Paul Murphy, two people against Paul Murphy. Now Paul Murphy with the white pieces started with the move on e4, which is only which is the normal move that days because d4 and knight f3 and c4 did not come into fashion that days. That days really they play very aggressive chess starting with e4 because now after e4 then the bishop comes c4 and the f7 point is a weak point. So in the e4 and people just counter with the move e5 because Sicilian also didn't come to fashion that days. In the later period, they played the French a little bit, but now after now the is the most popular after knight f3. The most popular opening that days is the Giulico piano after the move bishop c4. But even then, bishop c5 they used to play the move pawn to b4, sacrificing the pawn. And after bishop takes b4, c3, bishop somewhere, bishop a5, d4. This is the Evans gambit. Even if you take the castle, they don't mind about their pawns. Totally something like queen b3 also works. Now we are totally attacking chances. Everything. Now we attack. So just this is to explain the gameplay those days. Now after knight f3, the move d6 was played. This is the second most popular opening those days, the Philidor defense. After the move pawn to d6. A very solid defense. Now Murphy tries to break open in the center, trying to get some attacking chances with the move d4. This is really the main move. Bishop c4 is tempting, but okay, you can continue knight f6, but d4. And now ed4 is the main move. I think it's the only move because now you are attacking this and you need to just clarify what is happening in the center, clarify the tension. So you take it here. In this game, although he didn't take, taking is the best move. Although he didn't take, he played the move bishop to g4. Bishop to g4 is a really, I can't say it's a big blunder, but it's a bad move because now d5 is an excellent move. And you really have to give up this bishop on g4 to f3. And after queen f3, d5 because now if d5 then queen d8, king d8, knight e5 attacks this bishop, this pawn. After bishop moves, the knight also moves. Knight comes back and you're really a pawn up. Even though the queens are exchanged, you can win that. And after d5, you don't have another hope, really. So bishop f3. Queen f3, d5. Now the bishop is missing. The two weak points after the bishop is missing is b7 and f7, and we'll see. And in this game, Murphy demonstrated very excellently how to take advantage of this c8 bishop disappearing. So if these all weaknesses, everything is weak. So in this position, he immediately captured that weak spot, captured this squares and attacks f7. Now there are multiple threats. Now what will you play now? Queen f6. Now I think Murphy will not exchange queens. He'll go for the move queen to b3 attacking this. b6. Now knight to c3. Something like this. Now knight is coming to d5 to hit the queen. And if c6 you waste too many moves, you're behind in development. White is very active, very aggressive. This bishop will come to maybe e3 and castle queenside, and I think white is much better in this position. After bishop c4, if queen e7, even then the same happens. I think queen b3 or immediately knight c3 is also possible. And after c6, bishop e3 maybe. Prepare to castle queenside. For example, any line, a line could go like this. This is active, this is active, this is active, knight is active, the queen is also active, and now here the idea is queen e2 f4 breaking open. I think white is better in this position. White is clearly better. So the only move is to develop a piece plus defend the pawn on f7. And he played this knight to f6. Now white went for a killer move. Okay. Just pause the video and try to find the move. Oh, this is type of bigness. But anyway, the move is to move queen to b3. Attacking the pawn on f7 as well as the pawn on b7. After queen to b3, now we are threatening mate into after bishop f7, king e7, queen e6. Let me show you if any random move like this. That's game finish. But in this position, the only move is queen e7, believe it or not. You just give up this pawn and your rook cannot be defended now. But the only move to defend your rook is your rook cannot be defended there directly. For example, if the queen will be on if the queen is on d8, for example a6, let's imagine you don't take this, you take this. If the queen will be on d8, you can play the move knight to d7. The queen indirectly defends, but when the queen comes to e7 after queen b7, you cannot defend it. You can only defend it by one way, which is to move queen to b4 check. Giving a check, picking off queen now. Only move is to exchange queens even though white is a pawn up. Something like c3, bishop c5, knight d2. White is a pawn up, but Murphy doesn't like that. He wants to attack. This is eventually white will win it with excellent technique, but it's too hard. Not hard, but it's okay. But Murphy likes more active game. He is one of the world's best attackers in chess. So he declined this b7 pawn and played the move knight to c3. Developing move. Knight to c3. Getting more pieces onto the board. Knight c3. Really very powerful move now. d5 square. Okay. Now, after knight c3, white is also threatening queen takes b7. Because queen to b4 is no longer a check because c3 knight is a blockade. To the check. So, he played the move pawn to c6. Defending this. Guy indirect. Now, directly, the queen defends the pawn on b7 now. After c6, white played the move bishop to g5, normal move, pinning this piece. Because castling king side has no action. Bishop g5 is the best move, preparing castle's queen side. You bring your rook directly onto the d5. Now the bishop exerts a lot of pressure. Now in this position, black played a big mistake, which is the move b5. I'm saying it's not a mistake because of the move knight takes b5, which was played in the game, but it is. You don't want to play too many pawn moves in the opening. I don't know what is the correct move, but b5 is not really the move you want to choose. Weakening a lot of squares. Now, even these guys are weak. These squares are weak. Now, this pawn is a type of backward, and if it moves, this will become weak and everything. b5, and now Morphy could play the move bishop to d3. But he instead played the move knight to b5, and this shows Morphy's instinct to attack. Because now, if the move bishop to d3, if he plays bishop to d3, then something like knight d7, and it's okay for black even. Something castle queen side, queen e6. You have to exchange two queens now. Even though he has double pawn, I think white is better, but at least black is holding on to his position. At least black wants that. After b5, so knight takes b5, crushing. After c takes b5, bishop takes b5, check. And really want to blockade your check, because if something like this, then castle queen side check and you're losing. You can find your own variations here. After king e8, many variations to end the game. So move knight d7. Now castle queen side. Now another piece is coming into the attack. Now there are every single piece is involved in the attack, except this rook on h1, and you'll see an excellent demonstration how it comes to the games. Rook d8, defending this guy. It is important because you are already under pressure and you want to defend your camp. Now rook takes this up. Excellent. The queen cannot take because the bishop. The king cannot take because the bishop. Then the rook can only take. Knight cannot take because the queen. And everything is lost in this position probably. After rook b7. After rook d7. rook d7, and this what we were talking about earlier. This rook is not into the action, and now it comes. It's all over now. And queen e6 getting out of the pin, preparing to play after this. And now if you go this, I think black is okay in this position. I think black is clearly better in this position because the tables have been turned and Murphy will not play such a blunder. Queen e6, bishop d7, knight d7, queen e6, f6. Black is a piece up. So in this position, Murphy played excellent in this position. After this, Murphy did not play the move queen takes e6. Instead, Murphy played the excellent looking move queen to b8. Tremendous move. Queen sack. Direct queen sack, just giving away the queen. Now he has no other moves. The king cannot move, the queen cannot come to defend. Only moves to take queen. Now the rook comes to d8. And checkmate, believe it or not. The bishop defends the rook. The bishop defends the e7 square. The pawn is blocking the f7. It cannot go to f8 and the d7 square is covered. So it is all game over. Excellent play by Murphy. So what is the moral of this game? Moral of stories exists, but moral of the game it's funny. But what is the moral of this? Moral of this game is use every piece. Play the game with every piece. Don't let any passive piece. He used every single piece. This, and what is not used? Even the king castled. And pawns have yet moved, but they are not so important pieces. Attack is important. So that's all we have learned from this game. Thank you. I hope you have a good day. Bye.